Did you enjoy doing Iron Man?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved watching Robert. I've never seen somebody own a set the way that Robert owned that character. He threw it away, cut it in half, throw it away, cut it in half, throw it away. He wasn't trying to be Iron Man. He was Tony Stark. So I enjoyed watching him. I enjoyed watching Jeff Bridges. Man,
Jeff Bridges, wow.
we sit up and we played guitar together and talked, and I've been a huge fan of theirs. But I noticed something about both of them. They had learned to rest within themselves, sit at their seat of consciousness, especially Jeff. Jeff, he's like Alan Watts. He's just so full of inspiration and calmness.
Jeff was in Crazy Heart, right? Did he do
Hmm.
Crazy Heart?
Yeah,
And the one, and I think in Crazy Heart, Colin Farrell sings the song. Can you verify that, Rob? Can you type in Jeff Bridges and Colin Farrell, Crazy Heart? You're all on, no, 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 no. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's he falls in love with a young 20-year-old girl or something. She's trying to put him, kind of calm him down. He's another phenomenal actor. So when you did Iron Man with Robert, was that Robert's comeback?
yeah,
That's when it was like his second chance
that
to
was
come
his
up?
chance. That was his redemption, and he earned it.
What incredible story.
He did what he needed to do, and I can't be angry at him for the other choices. It'll be like being angry at Don Cheadle for accepting the role when he only had an hour to do it. He wasn't going to call me and say, hey, you're not doing this anymore. That's not what happens. It's just, there's a lot of things that I took personally that if you live, like I'm trying to live by the four agreements, be impeccable with your word, don't assume anything, don't take anything personal. What's the fourth one, honey? And always do your best. So I'm trying to really apply those in my daily life, and I pretty much I keep to it. I really try and stick to my word, but that's the thing that I break more than anything with myself, which stops me from being like God, is because I'm not keeping my word. I'm setting the bar too high for myself.
How much of making it in the game of Hollywood is the talent, is the business, is the humility, is the networking, is who represents you? I talked to, I don't know if it was Scottie Pippen or whoever I was talking. I said, what's more important? A superstar? If we want to build a championship team, is a superstar the most important? A strong coach, owners, GM, rank them, put them in order. And it was kind of going through it. What does it take for somebody to make it and stay up there for 10, 20 years?
First, you have to have thick skin. You can't take things personally. You've got to be able to walk away, from your own emotions or your own feelings about something. You cannot take anything personal because they're just trying to make the production. And then the truth is, all you are is a piece of talent. So then the humility comes in there and you recognize your position in this. Like I was doing a film with Shia LaBeouf and Robert Redford. And
this is recently?
This is about 7 years ago. And Shia, I remember him running to hit his mark. And after they yell cut, he would go right back to number one and wait there quietly. And this is him after, all of his success, but he always went back to number one so that the AD can get everything organized. I learned to do that, to go back to your place. So the humility, the not taking anything personal, but you have to have the talent. You have to have life experiences so you can tell those stories. If you don't have those, then it's just going to be a dull mirror that you will never see the proper reflection to. And then the final thing, if it's four things, the belief in self. Because you can have the talent, you can have the opportunity, you can have the humility, you can have the understanding, but if you don't believe in yourself, it's going to be clearly seen on the screen.
Shia LaBeouf also, he also had a complicated upbringing with his father as well. Didn't he do a movie that they put it on Amazon and
Sonny Boy, I think.
What was it called? Not Sonny Boy. It's something else. It's Honey Boy. Honey Boy.
Yeah.
Honey Boy, I think is. Can you type it? I want to say correctly. Is it Honey Boy? Yeah, it's Honey Boy. And, there's a clip of him putting the video in front of his dad. I think he was saying this to Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, one of the two. And he said, I just want to watch my dad's reaction. He just recently had some issues that came up in the news.
Yeah.
He got into a fight. I don't know what happened with him. Another one of those guys.
Feel anger. We all come in here for a reason, and we've got something to deal with, and it's like it keeps popping up.
But is it almost like, in comedy?
PTSD.
Do you benefit in a weirdest way, a weird, tough challenge and upbringing for you to be able to tap into those emotions when the camera's on?
You need it. But we're all damaged goods, every single one of us.
In your
every, or you can be a trained actor and they don't have life experiences. But you resonate when you can see, oh, wait a minute, this is touching on something real.
Are there any great GOAT actors that didn't have they're just trained actors that didn't have a lot to tap into?
I don't know. They all say they're just trained and not relying on personal experiences.
They say that?
They say that. Most of them don't tell you what they've gone through. But the reality is, I can only draw upon the things that I know, the things that I can go and look into somebody else's life or somebody else's path. But I have to have experienced it enough to where I can now associate myself with it and then tell it honestly. And you have to have gone through the darkness to know what it's like to be afraid of the dark. You can't, if you've all lived a prissy life, you don't understand, you may understand drug addiction because a lot of people in privilege end up in that place. But if you've never seen somebody doing coke, you don't know how to do that. You don't even know, even like etiquette. There's Hollywood etiquette. We don't know. You don't know coming into it that if somebody offers you a cigarette, you probably more than likely should go out and have a cigarette with them, even if you don't smoke. It's just in when in Rome, do what the Romans are doing. If they offer you a joint, you sit there and have a joint with them. I didn't know that was a reality that allows people to come into the TP. Let's do these things together. And if it's outside of your warehouse, then you say it's outside of your warehouse. But because I didn't do coke, I didn't do all of those things. And when somebody would pull it out, I would take a little step back with it. I didn't realize that was making me take a step back from them. And a lot of people in this business
took it that way.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you can't trust him.
That's what I'm thinking. When you're telling me you never had any sexual encounters with actresses in the space, they're probably going to talk to each other. He's a little weird. He's a little this. Would that kind of happen? Would you be an outsider, or would you? Did you ever see yourself as an outsider?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was always weird.
Did they think you're an outsider?
No.
Did the industry look at you as an outsider?
Yeah, because I didn't participate with all of the stuff that they were doing. Even Jamie Foxx, he took me to, we were hanging out, and these two girls come over. And Jamie's in the room with one of them. I'm in the room with another one. And I'm sitting there for 3 hours playing the guitar for her. So Jamie tells these jokes that I'm over here bringing guitars, and
he's been done for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's like there's something
what are you doing?
Happening, but I'm over there because I did all that growing up. I did that, when I was young.
Is that a known thing from 4 to 13? Do they know that on what happened to you? Does Hollywood know what happened to you?
This is the first time I've ever said it.
You've never talked about it.
I'm probably going to get an earful from my wife when I leave here about it. It's. But the reason that I bring it up, because you brought it up, is we have to start protecting our children better. We can't even let our child have our phone anymore because he looks up Nick and Judy from Zootopia. but he wants to see Nick and Judy naked. And he thinks that if he looks it up, it just, because they in Zootopia, they go into this little area and it's everybody is just free and not wearing any clothes.
This is really in the cartoon?
Yeah, in the cartoon, it's like what do you call it?
Porn cartoon?
Like, no, it's not porn cartoon, but it's like you're nudist. It's like inside of the cartoon, there's this nudist colony in there, and it's just animals being natural without any clothes on them.
Is there really a nudist colony in this cartoon?
In the first one, there was this little nudist colony where they're at. So my son goes and looks up Nick and Judy naked, but on the phone, that comes off as pornography. And we're like, he's so upset that we won't let him have our phones anymore because anything can pop up. Anything can pop up. And I just want them to stay innocent just long enough so that they can get their balance. I don't want them to have so many regrets that I have in my life.
Man, there's a pro and a con for having a father. You don't choose your parents, right? God chooses your parents for you. It's just, science. You don't. I wish he was my dad. I wish he was my mom, and vice versa. He chooses the kids for us to parent, and then vice versa. And then, but there's pro and con for them, right? Of growing up, just like for us, you growing up with your father and your mother, and for me, I grew up in my own setting, and how you manage that, how you maneuver with that.
Hi, everyone. My name is Terrence Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Connect. The QR code is down below, and let's have a great conversation.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.